Alright guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to let this run for a minute. We're outside, clearly, and all your comments are going to be sideways for me tonight. I'm going to test a couple of quick things here, give everybody a few, let the notifications go out to everyone. And if you see me doing this, it's because I'm reading your comments sideways. So there's that. I don't know if it'll let me flip around. Nope. There we go. Okay. So we'll give it a few minutes. We'll see who pops up. Adam may be joining us tonight. And we'll go from there. I am fireside for the Aries full moon. And we're going to do a reading. And for the full moon, I may or may not take some questions. I'm not sure yet. If you're in the room, I see there's a couple of you. Do say hello. Let me know that you're here. I'm excited to do this. This is the first time I think that I'm doing anything like this, really outside like this. So we'll see how it goes, and who knows, maybe in time we'll do more of these, right? I got my boxes to burn, right? So there's that. I hope you all are doing well. I hope that this past weekend has been good to you. Happy Monday. I hope your Monday has gone smoothly. Hello, how are you, Sam? Hello, Illusions of Privacy. I like that name. I'm digging that. That's cool. That's cool. I'm digging that. Very cool. Hello, guys. I'm going to give it a few minutes here because it was kind of an impromptu. I did mention it on the Scorpio video today. I wasn't real specific on a time. I didn't want to nail myself down in case something happened. But this was the plan. So we're going to roll with it and see what happens. I am pretty fine. Thanks. Good. I'm glad. Bear with me. You may not be able to see me for a minute. We'll see what happens here. But let me do this. Okay, good deal. All right. It's hot. It's hot as hell out here. Holy shit. So Aries full moon. I would say to you guys, is if you're here, grab yourself a paper. Some paper, and grab yourself a pen. You know, make some notes. Oh boy. Adam, we need you. Adam, we need you. I'm actually going to flip this over. This is going to be hard. You guys can see the fire. There it is, right? There's the fire. You get the gist, right? Here we are. Already won. No, I'm not camping. I'm not camping. Not hardly. Out here doing my thing in the wilderness, right? Yes, of course. Oh, hopefully Adam joins us to clear out the clutter here. That was quick. It is nice. It's nice. This is my little sanctuary. Right? My moderators, they're busy. They have lives. So Adam may be joining us here probably in about 10-15 minutes, perhaps. We'll see. But I'm going to turn this way. You see the fire. You know that it's there. We're sitting fireside for this full moon. The one thing that I used to do when I had my, well, Sam, I'm going to do, or Samantha, I'm sorry. I'm going to do a reading for the full moon. And then, I don't know. We'll see how long that takes. And I may do a few questions, Q&A, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hi, Mark. Hi, Brianna. Nice to see you guys. Okay, yeah, let me see what we can do, and we'll go from there. Lots of spammers here tonight, guys, so I apologize. Cancel, remove. All right, good deal. All right, so when I had my brick and mortar businesses, the one thing I did, I always had a book, and I said about grabbing some pen and paper, is this is a really good time to reflect, and each moon has its own representation of what we should be reflecting on. Hello, Mike, how are you? And this one book that I have, a friend gave it to me years and years ago when I opened up my first business. And I always thought that this book was very valid and had a lot of pointers that we could use. Oh my goodness, these people. Remove. So this book has us reflect on new moon rituals. It has us reflect on full moon rituals. has us ask ourselves some very important questions around this time, right? And it always has a section that says questions for reflection and journaling. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? How you doing? I'm so glad you guys could be here. I know this is extremely impromptu, and I really didn't let too many people know, but I also believe, hello, Sandy, that everybody that's supposed to be there, regardless, will always show up. So here we are. So we're sitting fireside. So with that, I want to tell everyone thank you that are here for the right reasons. Thank you to everybody who has helped to support me and get me to this place that I am at. Hi, Jan. How you doing? It's super cool that I'm able to do this and reach out to all of you in so many different places in the world. So from Portugal, I love that. As I say, all over the world, right? It's very cool that we're able to do this way, and I'm so excited to be able to do it with you. So thank you for your love and support of the channel. All 12 zodiac signs readings for the month of October are out there to you guys. Hi, Natu, Nathan, Drip Dip Coatings. I dig it. I like that. So, all right, guys. So, again, if you're just pulling in here to us, hello from the U.S. Navy, the best pilots in the world. Hell yeah. Manchester. I'm doing shit. Help me. I love it. Ooh. Give me a second. This fire is crazy hot. I threw an old chair in there that was wooden, and it's just totally made it crazy. All right. Well, let's get down to it. If you have paper and a pen, I would gladly get it. Write some things down. Hello, Sydney. Dipali, hello. Hello from India. How neat. How cool. I love this. You know, Scorpios. I say it all the time in the reads. Like, Scorpio also reminds me of the Queen of Wands, right? We have a lot of fire energy in us. And I don't know about you all, but I've got Aries in my chart in pretty specific placements. And it's definitely doing its thing this week. Jessie from Ontario, welcome, welcome. How cool. Where else in the world can you go and like bring everybody together like this? Key West? I'm jealous. I know it's warmer down south than it is here. I know that. It's actually been a pretty good day. For God so loved the world, he gave us one. Funny you say that. And left from India. Aries rising first house too. Aries rising. See, y'all got those placements. We do. Scorpios, if you're a Scorpio, you love fire. It's one of those things. I love to fire gaze and divinate in flame. I was talking about that on the channel the other day. All right, so if you've got some paper, even if you don't, you know, you can just make note. You can say a prayer or talk to your spirits or guides while we're sitting here. The dog may make an appearance. She's out chasing moths. I've got the light on too, so she's doing her thing. But my perfect day, huh? There's a good reflection question from Tomcat. What would your perfect day look like, everybody? I don't know, Tom. I guess it depends on where you are in the world. And Zelda, I've got Aries rising, Scorps, my bro. Just subbed. Thank you, Jet. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I don't know if anybody can answer Tomcat. What would your perfect day look like? So much. Thank you, Jet. We try to be, right? We're not perfect. We're imperfectly perfect human beings. So here we are, right? All right, guys. I'm going to start us off with a couple of questions for this full moon, and then I'm going to get the cards. We're going to do some talking with Spirit tonight. North Node and Aries, Stellium and Scorpio. Ooh! That's Stellium and Scorpio. That'll mess up your day. That'll make you realize things you didn't know you needed to know. And that North Node in Aries, you've probably got some stuff going on, right? We just left that Aries, Libra, North-South node back in January, even though those run for 18 months, and we're now in Pisces and Virgo. The effects of that happen. They take time. It takes time to work out. So, you know, be patient with yourself and all the changes that you're probably going through at this time, right? For sure. All right, so, you know, with Scorpio... well, Mars and Mercury both are now sitting in Scorpio, right? We know that. Talk about communication. Communication was a big thing in Scorpio's readings today, both for the monthly and their weekly. And Scorpio, when harnessing the correct power, any sign really with Scorpio and Mars, that's a lot of aggression. That's a lot of fiery energy as well, right? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. So with that, I'm going to ask you to reflect on this question right now, because we're going to need, and Lilith, oh shit. Hello, Tenzin, how are you? With Mars and Mercury both in Aries and going to be there for a little while, I think a good question here would be, what makes you angry? How do you deal with it? And is there a better way of channeling it that might work better for you? So it's a nice little way to kind of just understand as we move through, especially Mars and Scorpio, there's a lot of power in that. There can be aggression. And I've been warning people of that, not because Mars and Scorpio are bad together, because they're not. Sabrina, you're in West Virginia. Ooh, interesting to me. Blair Witch Project, maybe, if that's what you want it to be. Take your pick. But Mars and Scorpio isn't a bad thing, but it's still something that we need to be aware of, especially when things are pushing our buttons. And hello, Nikki. Aw, thank you, darling. You as well. You as well. Thank you for that. All right. So I'm going to repeat this question out to you guys for reflecting and journaling. What makes you angry? How do you deal with it? Is there a way of channeling it that might work better for you under this full moon? I'm going to give you all a minute to think about that. I don't want to rush anybody. We're here for a little bit. No big deal. Planes are heading over, so my apologies. And it's Tara. Holy crap, I finally caught you. And you caught me live on a full moon. Woohoo! Hey, Marlo. How are you? I was just thinking about you the other day. I hope you're doing well. I was actually going to send you a message and be like, what's going on, dude? I haven't heard from you in a minute. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. I don't know if the moon's behind the tree. I'll have to show it to you all. I'm sure you can probably see it wherever you are. You will see it wherever you are. I'm just chilling, listening to the crickets. Yes. You people. People. Some of the people. All right, guys. So let's see. What other question do we want to get into here? You know, I think this is a good one, because we are in a period of time where we need to take risk. We need to jump into new things. We need to expand our horizons. I always have to put my hand over my mouth. Hello, High Priestess. Right? It's like, wait a second. Should I say that? Should I not say that? Margit, how are you, darling? How are you? I hope you're doing well since we talked on the phone. Yeah, personal reads are open, guys. That information is on the channel page. It's the email, PoeTarot444 at Yahoo. Oh my God, at Google, or oh my God, what's my Gmail? There we go, Gmail. Going through hell with another Scorpio has been gone all weekend, and I'm been dying inside the whole time. Oh, girl, I'm so sorry. People that just disappear, right? They just disappear. England. Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Even so, you're right. Sometimes it just comes out and we're like, oops, I said that. Divine Scorpio. Hi, Nicole from Oregon. Hello, darling. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here tonight. I love that y'all are here. How awesome is this? I love it. All right. So when we're talking about taking risk, this is a time to take risk. Risk, you know, it's Wayne Gretzky, right, in hockey. You miss 1,000% or 100% of the shots that you don't take. Prime example, right? Like if we don't try, we are never going to see if we succeed. We're never going to know about that, right? Tara, I might end up pulling some readings here at the end. We'll see. We'll see how much time I've got. Okay, so I might. And what I usually do for the cards for that is there's a $10 donation to the channel. The details for the 3 options of PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description of this video. You send that over, and then I answer the questions is usually how I do it. So one question cards, you know, as many cards as we need to clarify within reasonable time frame. So with that, when and how did you take your last risk? And how did it turn out? And what did you learn from the experience? So again, another nice question for reflection. There's the puppy. When and how did you take your last risk? How did it turn out? And what did you learn from that experience? And when you think about it, like if you could do it again, I would even say, what would you have done differently this time? Right? What would you have done differently? Margit, I feel you. There are just things, you know, I think that's been a lot of it, honestly, guys. It's like not knowing with Pluto. I'm going to beat this for the next 19 years. Pluto and Aquarius, right? You're going to get sick of hearing me say it. But Pluto and Aquarius is about us really not knowing what does come next. And it's putting in divine faith, divine trust in the universe. Love watching. Tara, I'm so glad you do. Thank you so much for always joining me. You have no idea what that means to me. Mark, I went to rehab and now 8 years sober. Good for you. Good for you. That's a risk. It is, because you don't know what's going to come out of that, right? So congratulations to you on your sobriety. Yes, Jet, I do read tarot. I am a psychic medium, intuitive reader, Reiki, healer, whatever you want to call me. I'm all the things. We are. Yes, Richard, absolutely. It's the full moon. Could we not be outside? I mean, let's be real. Yes, right? Give congrats to Mark for his sobriety. You know, Ashmita, you're absolutely right. For Scorpios, if you're a Scorpio, you typically will take the risk and just kind of throw it on a wing and a prayer and go, let's see what happens here. Like, but, you know, worst case scenario, I get my feelings hurt for the 100th time, right? But in the reality of it is, like, in those lessons, though, we learn a lot about ourselves. And we know what not to do the next time when we take that risk. You know, that's what I said. Like, you know, when you think about the last risk that you took versus if you could go back and do it over again, what have you learned from that? And Jesse, congratulations to you too for 5 years of sobriety. Man, you know, you all are warriors. You truly are. You truly are. Because I've sat in those AA rooms, I've sat in those NA rooms, I've sat in on those meetings, I've sat next to the doctors doing it, and medication assistance and stuff like that. And you all are so brave. You all are so amazingly brave. Mishka. Congratulations to you. You know, they're saying that alcohol sales in the U.S. are declining significantly. Like, fewer people are drinking. You know, growing up in a place where alcohol was a big theme, that's a big deal, right? Like, we see what it does to people when they can't handle it. Some people can, some people can't. It doesn't mean you're less than. 8 months sober. Congratulations, High Priestess. Are you back on the wagon, Jet? Are you moving forward without? Hello, Mystic. How are you? Ha, Margit. Congratulations to you. Isn't it crazy what life will do to you? 15 years, right? Absolutely, Richard. Congratulations to everybody. Mishka, you know what? I'm originally from Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania is a rough state when it comes to that. It's either, you know, I always said it was like a Saturday night bar stool and a Sunday morning church pew. That's the way it rolls up there, right? You know, Jet, my personal opinion of weed is, to me, it's God's medicine, personally. I don't discount its benefits. It's proven to have a lot of benefits, so to me, can you function is always the thing. I am doing well. Donna, hey, you know, we go through it, and that's okay. We go up, listen, I've had my fallbacks too, we all have. You know, T-Bird, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I'm not betting on them, I'll tell you that. Yeah, you're right. Everywhere you turn, it's right in front of your face. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. Nothing wrong with that kind of therapy. If that's what works for you all, God bless, right? God bless. There's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of benefits to it. If that works for you, good for you. All right, so let's see. Let's pick one more question. I'm going to pull the cards out here. All right, here's the next question. Are you able to express your inner fire without burning out? And what practices help you to stay grounded? So we're going to need some groundedness under this full moon. You probably have needed it. Michelle, are you asking? Hello, Michelle. Are you asking me where I come from? Eastern United States. I'm going to enjoy it because we're supposed to get a cold spell, so it's beautiful. Oh, listen, I'm working on some things, guys, to get more readings out to everybody. You'll find your balance, honey. You'll find your balance, Mishka. Ah, Richard, that sounds familiar. I'll put it that way. I'm going to repeat this question to you all, and I'm going to get the cards out. I'll give you a few more minutes. Are you able to express your inner fire without burning out? What practices help you to stay grounded? Tara, that makes me so happy to hear. I'm so glad. When I took that jump, when I took that risk myself to YouTube, I didn't know what was going to happen. I really had no idea, but I was like, I don't know. I'm either going to sink or I'm going to swim. I'm still floating, so here we are, right? Here we are. We're still doing the thing. So I'm grateful, and I couldn't do it without all of you, so thank you so very much. I'm glad y'all can resonate with them and glad you get something out of them. All right, guys, let's get the tarots out. I'm going to get two specific decks that I have, the Astro Codes, and you're welcome, Donna, you're welcome, and then the Akashic Soul Echo cards. I think tonight those are going to be my two favorite decks. Jet, excellent answer. Meditation helps. It does. It absolutely does. I do a lot of sleep meditations. Hello, Betty. How are you? Richard sounds good. Michelle, I love tarot. Hey, Sean. How are you? How you doing tonight, guys? Nice little group here tonight. Thank you all for joining me. All right, let's check in with Spirit here. So, Spirit, let's get down to business. This Aries full moon for the collective of those folks that are here. You know what? I don't know what y'all listen to, but Rihanna's album from years ago, that was how, what, 2013, 2012? Got a text message. If you're out there, darling, you know who you are. I'm sure he's out there. Anyhow, good, I'm glad. Yes, DNA, yes. Thank you for showing up here. What the hell was I even saying before I got that text message? I don't even know. He threw me off. I'm sure he's sitting there laughing about it. Hello, Justin. How are you? How you doing tonight? All right, guys, let's get down to business here. All right, Spirit, for the collective, I'm actually going to scoot my chair in here a little bit. It was roasting a little bit ago. I'm going to reposition myself. All right. Marlo, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Rihanna. Oh, that's what I said. It was about Rihanna. Her album, Unapologetic. If you listen to that entire album, there's very few albums that I can listen to the whole way through. And that one, solid. Amen, Ashmisha. I can't talk. Ashmita. Goodness. East Coast. Same, girl. Same. That's where I'm at. The East Coast. So glad you're here. Thank you. All right, Spirit. For the collective, this Aries full moon. Spirit just said, what is the most important? Right Thank you, High Priestess. I appreciate you so very much. You guys are awesome. Thank you for respecting me and the channel and all the ways you support me. I'm extremely blessed and lucky. Thank you. What do they need to know, Spirit? What do they need to know with this Aries full moon? Empowerment. You are stepping into an authentic strength rooted not in force, but in deep knowing. Your power blesses and uplifts others. Own it fully. Foundational strength. Spirit is saying to me right off the bat, like, I'm going to be cutesy here with this Aries moon, right? I don't think a lot of the times, and I'm going to say even myself, like, we don't realize the impact that we have on others by the way in which we do things. Whether it's me doing YouTube channel, when you all go out and do your day-to-day jobs or have interactions with other people, the work that you do on yourself is an inner fire. It is something that ignites in other people. You spread that joy. It is that ripple effect that we talk about so much. Hypes on your videos. Thank you. So I heard there's like a cap on the hypes or something. I don't know. I read about it a little bit. I don't get too much into it because I'm like, I got more important things to do, like connect with all of you. I don't want to sit down and read all the rules. There's my rule breaking, rebellious Scorpio, Aries energy right there. Gemini moon. Like, I don't fucking care. Here we are, right? Like, let's just get down to business and let's do the fun things. But your empowerment, like, you guys are walking some sort of path right now. In Spirit saying, blessed be, right? Blessed be the path in which you are walking at this time. And, I do feel like intuitively there's a lot of good things. As I just said to you, I fucking love Spirit. Hi, G Summy, Ireland. I love this. I said about the path that you're walking. Can you see? I don't know if it's probably hard for you to see that, but it says Path Maker on there. Scorpio sunset. Pretty close. That fire and that air and water, man. It's a mix. It is a mixing of a combo for sure. Pathmaker, you are no longer content to dream. You are ready to walk. Your energy propels you forward with courage toward your true calling. Stay focused. I figured it probably is hard to see out here. But the card I said about, that Pathmaker comes out. And that's real important because, guys, whatever you are releasing, we go back to Aries season this year, so we're looking at mid-March to mid-April. Take a look at what was going on in your life. Like the people, I'm hearing from Spirit, the people that tried to oppress you, the people that tried to hold you down, people that tried to hold you back, the things that people told you couldn't do. And Spirit is saying too, even in the shadows of the things that you were doing, it's almost like even if you had tangible proof of something, it was like people still didn't believe that you were capable of that thing, and now I do feel like there are potentially some challenges still around whatever you did and or acquired back in that time. For some of you, and I'm going to say specifically Scorpio rising. Hello, Gloria. Welcome. Hi. I'm so glad you were able to catch it tonight. Awesome. That April to Spirit saying specifically mid-July could have been a time frame where, I don't know, I don't want to say that nothing was happening, but it was just kind of like going about your day. Something could have surfaced at that time too that made you, Spirit saying it made you feel like something got in your way from some type of success. Moon, Mercury, Pluto. Ooh, and all that in Saggy. Holy mother. Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio, Stellium, Ground, Crassios, Kratos. I have a weird chart. Oh my gosh. Spot on following March. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It just feels like something kind of got in the way. Something maybe had taken you off course. If you feel like from that time frame of Aries season to now, you've not been on par with your dreams, your visions, where you wanted to go, what you wanted to do, you got lost on like when I say lost on purpose, not that you got lost purposefully, but it's almost like your purpose of where you were going somehow got sidetracked or derailed. This is your return. This is where you turn it around. It takes you back to what you started, what you were envisioning for yourself around that Aries new moon. this is the culmination, the completion of that particular chapter in your life. And I really want to tell you, like, I got the chills as I say this, sitting by the damn fire. Like, get ready. Get ready for what comes next. Like, you've got to believe. Aries believes in themselves, right? Aries is fire. Aries is movement. Aries is go-getting. It's oftentimes do now, think about it later, but thank you, Gloria. I love this. I would love to, like, I don't know. Hopefully I can get the outside done up enough that I could do this every single month with a better setup than me leaning sideways on a hillside. We'll figure it out. But I would love to do this outside every month. I used to have full moons every month at my in-person business, and to be able to do this like this with you all here is super cool to me because I love this. This is great. It's uprooted from my home in such an ugly way. Best friend betrayal. Been waiting for my next season. Honey, it's coming. Your season of abundance, get ready, because this is it. Even if there's confusion, even if there's spirit saying sadness, even if there's even delusion around what that looks like, it's still hotter than it's, I don't know, here it's coming here. What do we got? Margit, November 8th, Scorpio South Node, Sag North, lost my birth certificate and have no idea what other signs I have in my chart. So, Margit, just a word to all of you on this. If you're in I can't speak to the other countries, but in the United States, reach out to your state capital, ask them for a copy of your record of birth, not your birth certificate, because that's going to have your birth time on it. Your birth certificate does not. If you can obtain a copy of that from your state capital, because they use it for statistic purposes, you'll be able to run your birth chart with that time. And even if you can't get it, because some planets and such are generational, you can still look up some of that information, but it won't be as precise if you had your birth time, and you're not going to be able to get your rising sign. This summer, my divorce was final, sold house, moved, now I'm on the job hunt. Page, November. And I know that seems like a ways out, but November is going to be real specific. May that be the case. Me too. I love how you all communicate with each other in these groups. I fucking love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Spirit, what else? Excuse me. So, I said you might have gotten derailed, right, from your purpose. Not on purpose, but it happened for a reason. Oh my God, this just fell and I'm taking it. All right. But soul calling comes out. You know, a large part of my audience is Scorpios, and I'm so glad. I mean, I love you all, but regardless. And we are powerful. Soul calling. You hear a new call rising from your depths. It asks for commitment, courage, and heart. Say yes to the adventure your soul prepared long ago. I said to you a little bit ago about the ripple effect. I mean, seriously. Jet, we appreciate our sister water signs. So welcome. Oddball Cancer, we'll take you. We love you. Ripple of healing. Small moments of joy, kindness are beginning to ripple through your field. Healing comes not all at once, but through the quiet waves. Receive them. Do you have anything to talk about on how it changes our sign, especially rising? Ashmita, I don't. You know, and that's something too, like I do some birth chart work, not a ton. Something I need to be more familiar with myself, you know, in time, but I don't have anything on that this evening, okay? Just to be straight with you. If I don't have the answers, I'm not going to give you some line of bullshit. I'll find out, and then we'll get back together on it, okay? Paige, welcome. Oh, yeah, I said welcome to you. Okay. Hannah, hello, everybody. Welcome aboard tonight. I said earlier, exact words, called you warriors, right? Needing this warrior, Spirit's saying image. I don't think it's so much an image, though, as it is the acts of change within you, right? And it says warrior of change. And I know it's hard to see these cards because I'm outside. Up, there we go. Look at that. Do you see that? Riding in on that horse, right? It's like you can be your own knight in shining armor. And it says you charge forward fueled by passions and convictions. Your bravery inspires movement in others. Lead with your heart and fierce focus. What's October 19th? So, you know, Hannah, I don't know if you said whether or not you're a Scorpio, but the one thing that's come up in the Scorpio reads all year long is that date of the 17th. And I've said it since January, the 17th of any month. But October 19th is right before Scorpio season starts on the 22nd, 23rd. So just be aware of that. But if you're feeling like there's an urge around the 19th, I would pay attention to that. Trust your intuition, okay? November 17th, there you go. Ha! Jet, you're hired. I'm going to keep you around. I appreciate you. November 7th. Oh, another 17. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, guys, Astro Codes deck. Let's see what else Spirit has for you on this Aries full moon. November 13th. All y'all are November babies. I'm gonna knock. Oh, Marlo, that's right. You're the 17th too. Look at all you. I like it. I like it. I'm an October Scorpio. 13, 17, 19. I like it. Look at this. Look at this card that just came out of the deck. Oh, I gotta get the right angle. Moon. Look at that card. Perception. How are we seeing things? How are we envisioning? OMG. Look at this. Bottom of the deck, guys. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. The majority of you, look at that. Scorpio, investigate. Pluto, rebirth. Let me remind you, when we talk about the 13th, July. Hi, Mark. He's a Leo. We love Leos here. We love everybody here. Pluto, rebirth. We talk about the 13th. I can't remember off the top of my head specifically, but it leads me back to this. October 11th or the 13th, that's when Pluto is going to go direct in Aquarius. So, star card, yeah, 17, it does come after. You're absolutely right. Pluto is going to go direct in Aquarius. It's going to set the tone for the next 19 years. We got a taste of that last November until I think it was, June, when Pluto went retrograde in Aquarius. But what follows all of that? Your resources. Your second house. Check your second house placements. What's sitting in your second house? Abundance. It's also energy of Taurus. So being a Scorpio, for those of you that are Scorpios here, if you have Taurus placements. Margit, I've been seeing 333 myself. I always say, for me specifically and as a reader, it's answered prayers. The things you've been working on, working towards, it's answered prayers. And yeah, if you've got Taurus rising, pay attention to that. Second house resources. Taurus is the second house when we're looking at the north nodes. Oh, north node, listen, I guarantee you, my dear, if you go back 3 years ago, that was probably one of the most challenging times in your life. Taurus was in the north node, Scorpio was in the south node. Sharita, hello, darling, how are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. That time frame when they're sitting in the north and south node, that will rock your world, but in the most epic tower kind of way, and it will change your entire life. I love it. 1111, protection. Constant oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, and the crazy thing is, right, it's both fixed sign energy. So it's like you're fighting with a very stubborn side of yourself to fight with the other side of the stubborn side of the self. They are both, yes, Jet, they are both bugs with pictures, yeah. We're a little much. We're a little much sometimes like that. 7, but I like it. Exactly. So if Taurus is Scorpio, his sister's to Taurus. So, Mishka, the way I would say this to you is like, you think of Scorpio and Taurus, they're polar opposites, right? You got water, you got earth. I can't even talk. They alchemize one another, right? For all the things that Taurus lacks, Scorpio is well versed in. So like the emotions and stuff like that. Where Taurus, or where we lack, Taurus kind of picks up our other half of like, you know, Scorpios crave stability in this life. That's one of our biggest challenges, is hanging on to stability and securing it. And especially anybody with Taurus in the North Node. And DNA, as you say that, like it dawned on me, like Taurus is also in my North Node as you say that. So that makes good sense. But we need to be able to alchemize both sides of it. So I hope that's making sense for you, the way I'm explaining that, okay? Now, with this moon in perception, Spirit is asking you to draw attention to the things that you are confused about. Yeah, exactly. 3 years back. What a time, right? What a time with your Taurus and Scorpio North and South node. This Scorpio rebirth, or Pluto rebirth and Scorpio investigate. The way that you work, the way that, I'm going to even say with resources, second house Taurus is connected to the heart chakra. The way you love and the way you make money are going to really look very, very different. I'm also going to say fixed signs. So Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. Same deal. Same deal. The fixed signs are having a slight difficulty in navigating this energy because they are fixed, right? They're not as, change is fine, but on their terms. So it's also learning a new level of cooperation and introspection on how we partake in these things, how we can change these things up that are going to make more sense for us. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to require growth, but it's necessary. It's necessary growth, right? To do more for ourselves, to live a more fulfilling life, to follow our purpose and our path. It's just a matter of finally letting ourselves kind of be free and opening up to that, right? So let yourself flow in that energy, even when it feels challenging for you. Do know that Spirit is working on your behalf, but it also means we have to make some significant adjustments. And I can even tell you, just as an example, I won't get into all the things right now, but the way that I thought I would do things even now, right? I always let myself be this crazy ass example. I never would have imagined that some of the things that would come to be the way that I've operated the last couple of years. When I look back a couple of years before that going, wow, I did this or that or whatnot. And then to see how I've operated and how it led to stability or success for me in my own way, or my own personal healing and my spirituality, that was a big change for me. And now I'm seeing it once again evolve, where I'm like, okay, now that I know, I'm going to set the path and do it this way. And then Spirit throws this moon in for me just as much as anybody else and says, oh, by the way, your perception of this, you can have your perception, but this Pluto rebirth says we're going to do it differently, whether you like it or not. So prepare yourself. And it's going to come in various forms. So again, work and love specifically, I do feel like are being affected. But your relationships with people that you have tolerated bullshit for years, anything that's affected your ability to be stable, to be secure in yourself, the way that you've envisioned yourself is all changing, right? Riches to rags and fought it every day for 2 years. About a month ago, I accepted it all, and now I'm feeling great, even with no money. I'm going to tell you, and I've told a lot of people, and if you followed me for a while, I have openly said to you all, years ago, and not even, it's been 3 going on 4 years ago, I was homeless. I lost my business, my home. I was in a domestic situation. I was sleeping in the back of my shop. I was couch surfing. It was awful. For 6 months, that's what life was like. And I was the epitome of broke. I had nothing. It was awful. I left with the clothes on my back, some furniture of my daughter's, and he burnt the rest of my shit. Like that, there's just cold, hard facts. That's what life does. That's what happened. And here I am, 3 years later, bought a house that I've always promised my daughter we would have, promised her a pool, did the thing. And if anything, let this just, I say this not to sound egotistical in any way, but I say this because at my lowest low, there were days where I was like, God, I can't take anymore. Do something with me because I can't live like this. And when we find ourselves in that place of despair and we find the place in that, it's like Spirit brings us to our knees to surrender. Surrender to something that is greater than us and something that we could never realize. Like, you can't have appreciation for all the things in life, all the people in life, all of the situations without being on your knees at some point. It changes your entire perspective and viewpoints of the world, right? So, and you learn, and I just looked down and she said self-love. You learn how to love yourself, because when you have nothing and no one, or there's vultures because they see you at your weakest point and they come in and they're like, hey, I'll be here for you because I have a sense of control, because most of us deal with narcissistic personalities, right? not necessarily narcissist, that word gets thrown around a lot, but every person in this world has a narcissistic tendency. It's always a matter of whether or not we choose to use it, right? It's always a personal choice. Keeping folks, and you know, in the 3D world, like I think that's the tough things for humans as we talk about this, is the 3D world requires us to be very aware and present of our surroundings, and we have to be able to function in it, right? But our 5D says, but here's where we find growth. So it's having like one foot in this world, one foot in the other world, and then trying to alchemize those two things, right? It can feel like a lot of weight is put on us, you know, but it's okay. It's okay. Like, no matter what, Spirit's got your back. It's going to be fine. So it's good stuff. But this second house of resources, guys, like, your relationships to just maybe even the way you spend your day is changing. And, you know, it's like, and you know, I'm looking down and I see this, and I see, Mystic, you say, I hate being angry. When you get into those feelings because they're a subsidy, anger is a subsidy of sadness. What about those situations that anger you? We talk about this Aries full moon, right? There's a lot of aggression in that. What is it that's sad that says I'm hurt, right? We're going to dig into this emotional intelligence aspect of it. If we're angry, it's because we've been hurt. If we've been hurt, it's because we've been sad, right? When you go back in the roots, and I highly recommend Brene Brown to dissect all of those, get some books and read them because she's amazing. That comes from a place of hurt. And I feel like, and I've seen it firsthand with myself, I've seen it firsthand with many people that I've worked with in various situations over the years, that once we break that understanding and we cut through the bullshit and the red tape of where those feelings come from, why we're in those subsidies of certain feelings, we realize that letting people get to us, it isn't worth it anymore. It's drinking our own poison, right? Miriam, did we have a personal reading? I feel like we did. Did we? We've talked at some point. I'm going to tell you, I watched tarot like a crazy person when I was going through my situation. And the one lady, I sent her an email and I said, the one thing she said to me one night while I was laying in the bathtub crying probably saved my life. It does. It does come from a lot of suppression. Right? Absolutely. So, Mystic, I would say to you, like, dig into where that hurt comes from. And tonight, under this full moon, I always tell people, you got 24 hours before, the day of, 24 hours after. Truth be told, you do it anytime you want to. But the moon is a more powerful energy to work through, right? It's there. And our own expectations, Vanessa, as you say that, that's okay, Miriam. Okay. Fantastic. I was like, I know we've had a conversation before. We talk about our own expectations. Where did we learn to put that kind of pressure on ourselves? Somebody taught us we had to put pressure on ourselves. Where did you learn that from? Go back to that, because that's probably the root cause of a lot of pain as well, and a lot of anger. Jet Irish. That kind of comes with the territory, my friend, right? It is conditioned to us. There's somewhere we learned that behavior to put, like, to me, is Scorpio, and I think a lot of, hello Tracy, welcome. Scorpios tend to be perfectionists, right? It's got to be this way, it's got to be meticulous, it's got to look that way, we got to do it this way, on these terms, on that time frame. That's control. Where did I learn that? Because growing up, it was never good enough. I got an A, get an A plus. You got a B, get an A. It was never good enough. Absolutely. Thank you, Zelda. Yes, any way you all can support the channel, man. I totally appreciate each and every single one of you. I'm so grateful for all of you being here tonight. Cindy, hello. How you doing? Done and released. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get some more cards. Like, let's do this thing. All right. Let me see. What do I got here? I didn't bring out a ton of decks, but my usuals. If my dude, he knows who he is still watching, I'm going to need a better space here, just FYI. Add that to the honey-do list. Thank you, Jet. Hello, Sarah. How are you? That deep childhood, this is the time to release that stuff. I love it. What was the deck with the zodiacs? That is Astro Codes. That's the one I was, yeah, this one here with the zodiacs, Pluto and Taurus and all that. There's a bunch of them. But that's Astro Codes deck. It's one of the ones I actually remember the name of it. Kim Kranz, I've got her stuff. I love her stuff. Kurt Wagner, are you on the run? Do I look like my ass is running anywhere? Hell no. I don't run anywhere. No thanks. All right, guys, let's get some of these. Revealing the Truth Oracle. What is the truth of the matter tonight, Spirit, under this Aries full moon? Hannah, I think a little bit. Kabbalah magic is bad for you, sister. Who's doing Kabbalah? Are you? Hi, Kate. Since he's out there watching, it's going to be Home Depot to make a new fire pit. Wink, wink. Kate, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. And he's laughing. What a shit. Tracy, you're a Virgo. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Judgment is bad. You too. All right, guys. Revealing the truth. Let me move this. Let's try to even this out a little bit. It's killing me. The dog is chasing crickets. All right. If you guys can see the mega moon tonight, take a picture. Yeah. Studying Kabbalah. You know what? People, I heard someone say this today and it made perfect sense. Like, if someone goes, I'm a witch, people just assume. Thank you, sidebar. Thank you, honey. You're right, it is. You can't tell the future. Repent. I can promise you, I've done more fucking repenting than most people have in their entire lives in my 39 years, and I am not even playing with that. Oh my gosh, all of them got me all sidetracked. Oh, the witch thing, that's where I was at with that. So, you know, they said about that, oh, Gloria, thank you, sweetheart, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much for that. Yeah, for those of you making donations to the channel tonight, thank you. I really, really do appreciate you. But, you know, it's like people talk about the witches and they're like, oh, I'll burn them at the stakes. Like, I hope everybody in this world knows, like, you all got it in you. It isn't just me. It isn't just the lady next door. It isn't the gypsy down the street. It isn't the ones they burned you know, the witch trials. Like, it is, every single person in this world has the intuition. You walk into a room and you know, like, is this where I want to be? Does this feel comfortable to me? Is this what I want to do? Like, do I vibe with these people? All of it. That is your intuition talking to you. Every single time. But people downplay. They're like, oh, I just knew. Well, if you just knew, guess what? That's your intuition talking to you. So, I've always said it, like, I am not religious, but I believe in something beyond me. So label it God, label it Allah, label it Buddha, hell, label it Mother Teresa. But if I am a part of God, as it's always been preached, then God speaks through me as a child of God. Plain and simple. See, and sometimes it takes someone passing before we even get closer. Remote viewing, but I feel like that's an odd... Remote, it is a little bit strange, isn't it, right? Yeah, remote viewing, for sure. about those things. Yeah, the bloodshed. Like, I don't get into all that. No, negative. Scorpio as I am. I know, negative on that one. I feel you. Mandy, I might answer questions here shortly. I'm going to pull a few more of these. I might take about a handful of questions, and that's going to be it tonight. Thank you, Mystic. Absolutely. Y'all be blowing out birthday candles, and do you know you're not supposed to blow them out because you're blowing your wish away? Right? Free fishing bait. Free fishing bait. This is true. This is true. So, yeah. You're all witches. You just don't know it. Alright. Spirit, under this full moon of Aries for the collective, messages. What is the messages? You know what? I'm just going to clarify. Hold on. Ah! Oh my god. Bear with me for a hot second, guys. There we go. Okay. We all have... What I do, anybody can do. I've just spent 34 years of my life working towards it. Exactly, right? Your intuition will save your ass every time. Pay attention to the messages you might be getting on download from Spirit, your guides. I'm going to say even a random thought right now. 40 years, right? Random, absolutely. I love that. Thank you, Real, for being here. I just love it. It's what I do. Yeah, you're not... You know what I do when my candles, I have them lit at the table? I actually will take a tarot card that I like and fan it instead of blowing it out. That's just me, though. That's my heebie-jeebies on that. 26 years. Mandy, what sign are you? Hi, Tatiana. How are you, darling? You know, that statement, Ashmisha, just almost made me want to cry. You just kind of hit me in the feels there. Thank you. I'm glad that it's had a positive... Me being here has had a positive impact on you. Aries, Mandy, I was just telling another sign, or another person, Aries was in the North Node, so you're probably clearing up some karmic stuff right now, and that's taking you through a dark night of the soul, as it was in the North Node until January of this year. It sat there for 18 months. Yeah, you can, Margit. I've had people... I'll have like something physical go on with me, and the next thing I know, someone's telling me that that's wrong with them, and as soon as I know it, it goes away from me. Well, thank you, Hannah. Yes, charge your crystals tonight. Look at... I just love all of you. I love it. Guys all working together in this room. This is what I live for. Like, I loved bringing the groups together. Pay attention to your addictions. Pay attention to old habits that seem to kind of want to rear their ugly head right now, guys. And these messages, some of them could be triggering for you. You know, I'll tell you, like last night, and there it is, the Queen of Swords. You're going to be able to decipher very clearly what you're supposed to be doing. Like any fog, any craziness, any hesitation, anything that you weren't sure of. Some of you could have felt like you were like an emperor energy, kind of got knocked off your throne again, going back to that March Aries time frame, April time frame to now, getting a little derailed. Just know that you're back to that Nine of Pentacles. Maybe it doesn't quite feel like you're where you want to be, but you're where you're supposed to be, because I do feel like, not that anybody was necessarily egoic or cocky or arrogant, but it was like there's something in that Spirit wanted to take you back to as a temporary reminder. You think about people who become, I don't know, we'll just go with famous. Like, you know, they always say, was it Faith Hill? What the hell? It was like, where was she? She was always going to be a Mississippi girl no matter where she went, or some shit like that. She wasn't my favorite. It's not forgetting where you've come from. And I really do feel like for some of you, that's part of this energy that's coming in, is like they wanted to remind you, like, peacock energy, right? I can tell you I found you in May. That reading May 24th around saved me from losing my mind. I'm reading your comments, guys. Like, don't think that I don't pay attention to them. When you send them on YouTube, on the comments section, when you send me your emails telling me your personal stories, your triumphs, your tragedies, you check in with me. We have a reading every couple months. I always make my little jokes at the end of it, and Margit, I'm sure you will back this, that I always say it's like good customer service. Just because that call is over with me live does not mean that I no longer care. It isn't like I got paid and now you're on your way. Like, I legitimately give a shit about what happens to you all. I want to see every single one of you do well. I want to see you grow. I want to see you succeed. I don't give a shit if you're 18. I don't give a shit if you're 99 years old. I want to see you all grow and flourish and get past the troubles that life has handed you. I might cry. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I'm getting teary-eyed. No joke. Shatoya, did I even know you were in this room? Sweetheart, how are you? How are you? I hope that baby of yours is doing good. I just want to tell you I'm going to say a prayer for her tonight, okay? You guys blow my mind. You do. This house, the things I've been able to provide to my daughter, I couldn't do it without all of you. I couldn't do it without all of you. There's no way. All right, these messages for the collective, the world card. I just, in the reverse, I just told you there was something Spirit wanted you to cycle back to. There was something they needed you to see. One more thing. And this is like a requirement of inspiration. It's a requirement to remind you where you've come from, where you're going, what is not serving you in your relationships, what is not serving you in your family dynamics, what is not serving you anymore in your work. You understand every single day of your life you are evolving, you are changing, and you are growing. Every damn day. You're not required to be the same person to somebody that you were 5 years ago. If that's where they want to sit, let them sit there, but that's not who you are now. Well, there you go, telling me to be gentle, and you don't even understand the topic. Read the comments back if you want. Illusion, I don't know if that was meant for me or if that was someone in the comments section. Oh. Shatoya, do you see RMS? Can you get rid of that one for me, please? We all need to be gentle with each other. Thank you, darling. Okay, I got you. We all need to be gentle with each other. Paper, Tracy. Get yourself a piece of paper, man, and just every single thing, like, let that be your dumping ground and burn that shit. Have that, listen, and I think I said this in Scorpio's read, there have been many nights that I have been on my knees praying to the moon, praying to God, praying to a higher power, praying to my spirit guides, and going, please, like, I've got so much to say. I've got so much on my chest, and it's got to go somewhere. Sharita, they have their moments. God bless them. Wish them the day they deserve, right? But look, and here, as I say, oh, look, guys, I look down. I've been sitting here shuffling just as we're talking, and I look down. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. So we've got Leo, Sag, Aries energy there. 7 of Wands. You need to defend your position for the life that you're creating. You really, truly do. With that is the Death card and the Ace of Swords. So that truth, that clarity. There was, what is this one thing? Like, can we narrow it down, Spirit? What is this thing? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That is ultimately not having that legacy, that family, that stability, that security that we've been talking about the entire time. With that, underneath that, the Queen of Pentacles, the Temperance, the Tower. Queen of Cups and the Hermit. So there's that Virgo energy somebody was asking me about earlier. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Temperance is Sag. And ironically enough, right, the Tower in the middle of it all, Scorpio, Aries. Large part of you all. Scorpio, Aries right there. What you're nurturing is likely to blow the minds of many people in the coming months, years. I'm gonna be straight with you. Some of you, this is gonna be a heavy one, but I'm just gonna stick it out there because the truth is the truth. Some of you could be losing family members, by death or by choice. That's a big deal. There's just Spirit's actually calling it a wicked way about some people that they don't even understand. Like, they're ignorant to the things they do. They just don't have the knowledge to even be self-aware enough to the things that they do to other people. And you know, we're always taught, you know, I remember growing up and my stepdad would say, well, that's your mom. Yeah. And so when I would say something that was truthful, but nobody wanted to hear, I was mean and I was cold. And you know, sometimes you just have to be. Not because you're being malicious, but because it's the truth. As they say, right, like the truth shall set you free. King of Wands, Ten of Cups. Again, some of you, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Ten of Cups. Looking at long-term fulfillment, emotional satisfaction in that. Mother troubles. I feel you. The dog is going nuts. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Or not. I'll let her bark. Let him resent you. Let him resent you. That's a poison they're drinking, not you, babe. We do. And you know, it's like I always say, like I tell my daughter, like, you know, the truth is the truth. Always tell the truth. Like, you lying to me is going to hurt me more than anything else in this world. So you always tell the truth, plain and simple, right? That's just the way we roll. Like Scorpios, and I mean a lot of people, I think if you're walking the spiritual path, you need the truth, you need the clarity, you need the understanding. Does it make people uncomfortable sometimes? Sure, it absolutely does. Oh yeah, she's got a mouth on her tonight. Hey, Cleo, what are you doing with your life? Knock it off. Jeez Louise. But the truth. You can always work through the truth. You can't work through a lie. They do. They do. And if you're one like me that likes to deliver it at the most inconvenient times, it really goes over well. Just gonna say. Joe! How are you? It's been a while, honey. How have you been? Good. Good. The kitty cat. There's the doggy. Hi, you're in the way, and you're stepping on my shit. Get out of here. Go on. Or not. That's cool. Step on my cards. Much appreciated. Fighting negative spirits. Ground. Cleo! What the hell is the matter with you? So Gloria, I typically, here's the thing. Will I do Zoom? Sometimes. It depends on how I'm set up for the day, to be honest with you. If you request it, I can make it work. I prefer to do them over the phone. She's fighting off the neighbor's dog. They've got a bulldog, and she's an asshole. She's got to be the queen of the block here. I will do Zoom. I do it typically internationally, but I'm not opposed to doing it within the States. As far as the Kundalini stuff goes, can you go get that dog before I... Thank you. Kundalini and the negative spirits. Hold your ground. Just don't give it the attention. It's like a nagging kid. Don't give it attention. And the Kundalini, work through it. Like, I literally just work through the energy flow that's within you. I'm actually, well, I'm not going to spill the beans on that project yet, but join me here and you'll find out eventually. All right. Anything else on these messages? Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. I think some of you have really seen Seven of Cups. There you go. King of Cups, Seven of Cups. Is this the collective, or is this someone in their energy? Somebody in your energy. I feel like both sides of a particular situation too are struggling with the change of traditional and spiritual evolvement. This is setting up the next phase for the next 6 months. Do be aware. Margit, I will tell you, just like on YouTube, you really can't, I mean, you see me shuffle. I'll show you the cards on there sometimes, but that's it. Like, I don't have it set up so you can see the table. Correct, Zozo. Correct. So it's healing at some traditional value around this, because it's like Seven of Pentacles. There's been the past investment. I'm not a fan of the Seven of Pentacles. There's been a past investment to something that has shown up. Page of Cups, minimal. It's shown minimal effort. This Hierophant, Eight of Swords is like, I need to do something different here. So I'm going to tell you, if you go to job, just example, you go to job interviews and you don't take the job, you're like, oh, never mind, I don't think I'm good enough. You better take the job the next time. Even if you're there for 6 months. That's all you need. Hannah, and I'm going to, Hannah, since you mentioned that, yes. Guys, do understand with me, the cards, I mean, if you've watched especially my Scorpio reads, my mouth runs a mile a minute, then I throw some cards and the cards reiterate everything I just said. The cards are a tool. It's like a mechanic. He needs to know how to take the engine apart. The tools just, make it easier, right? Maybe in some ways. The cards are just kind of a catch-all kind of thing, right? It picks up the little things. It's about what I hear via spirit that is the most important thing, because it's coming through my guides. There's nothing, a pendulum, tarot cards, or anything. When we get to the meat and potatoes of what I'm reading for you or what's coming through, that's the thing that matters most to me, because that's where it holds the biggest weight. So I hope you all understand that. Your intuition, you cannot substitute a damn thing for your intuition, right? So just that. But I'm not opposed to Zoom. I just try to keep it minimum, because I'm going to be honest with you, some days when I don't do YouTube, I look homeless. And I like to just not be looked at, to be honest with you, right? I'm as human as the next person. Sometimes I want to people, but I don't want to be seen people. Does that make sense? And I mean that with the most love and respect. I'm as human as the next person. That's all. Straight truth. Brutal truth tonight, guys. Right, there we are. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. In the description box, there is links to Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. I'm going to take 3 questions. You have to make your payment to one of those first. I'm going to do just 3 questions because I've been on here for over an hour and I've got bedtime routine and all that grand stuff. So you can shoot me payment. I will clock them as 1, 2, 3 so that nobody sends money over and doesn't get their question answered. I would not do that to you. Scorpio to Scorpio. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell a Scorpio with a Taurus. When it's good, it's really good. When it's bad, it's bad, right? Like there is no in between. It's one hell or the other. Well, Margit, remember, your intuition is never going to make you feel fearful. It might make you uncomfortable, but you're not going to fear it. I hope that makes sense. Oh, Cindy, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That shit, that people are such pains in the ass. Like, knock it off. I'll tell you too, if y'all want to book a reading, I do offer them in 20, 30, 40, and 60-minute increments as well. So, you know, all you have to do is hit me up in the email, and I'll send you all the details. Good. I'm glad that makes sense for you. Um, I'll send you all the details that you need for a personal reading. Apple Store, I had something similar with that. I'm not a fan. It is. You got a relationship with a Taurus, man, it'd be one of the best things in your life. And then when they fuck up, it goes sideways real hard. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I'm a living testament to that. All right, guys. I'm going to give you all just a minute. If anybody does have any question, flag it right now. If not, I'm going to wrap this up because I do got things I got to get done tonight. And I like to go to bed early these days. I'm getting older. Ashmead, yes, absolutely. Fear makes you kind of want to just lock yourself in a cage, right? Spirit doesn't need to beat you over the head. Sometimes they do. You too, Jet. Thank you for being here. I'd say so, Cindy. If not, we'll be soon. Tracy, I'm so glad you were here. Hey, dude. All right, let it be done. Thank you, Sprout. I appreciate you. Sharita, it's been lovely, my dear. Thank you. Cindy, you're so welcome. Barry, I replied to your email, honey, just so you know. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you love and healing prayers. Thank you, Vanessa. I'm so glad you got to be here for the live too, Gloria. Thank you. TKC, thank you for being here. Y'all are amazing. Shatoya, I'm so glad you could join. Give that baby a hug for me. Mystic, thank you. You can go back and rewatch it, honey. You're welcome. You're so welcome, dude, for sure. I really didn't give too much of a heads up on this because I didn't want to promise something I couldn't deliver on. Mishka, thank you so much for being here tonight, honey. Thank you for all your comments as well. Miriam, thank you. Thank you. You guys are the best. I couldn't do it without all of you. You're amazing. I appreciate you. You're fantastic. Richard, absolutely. You don't ever come this far to just give up, right? You don't come this far to give up. That's not how we do. Thank you, Tara. Have a wonderful night, Margit. Mystic, I try. Couldn't do it without spirit. Tatiana, Vanessa, thank you so much for being here. You're all amazing. I appreciate you so very much. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. The whole house, Shatoya, the whole house. It's a whole zoo here all the time. You know, I probably will, Julie. It moved up. I can't see it for the clouds right now, but it's over there. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I'm so glad it resonates. Good night, Gloria. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Richard. I don't know. I just can like hear this noise, like not a noise, but a howl. Like I don't know. It's funny as hell. Jet, thank you for joining us tonight. If this was your first time with us, I hope you found it interesting or helpful to you in some way. Ashmita, I love it. You are howling. You guys cracked me up. You're like laughter, right? Laughter is the best medicine. I hope this reading helped you. It wasn't super long or super deep, but it got to the point, and I was glad that we got to communicate. Julie, I hope you're well. Thank you. Richard, oh my God, you guys are funny. All right, guys. I could sit here and talk to you all night. I gotta go. I love you all. I love you all. Hopefully we'll do this again soon. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on YouTube again. Good night.